All right. Bam, we're live. Hey there, Uncle Bill. Welcome. We're getting started. So give me just a moment. Let me know what part of the country you're from. My thought for tonight was I'm going to take a couple minutes, go over getting paid for estimates and how you can use AI. You have any thoughts? You just put them in the comment. I'll be happy to address it. So, some time ago, I got very frustrated with the remodeling world. I had given 6 kitchen estimates and landed 0 of the jobs. So I decided to stop doing them for free. And it was one client in particular that caused this frustration. Her name was Irene. She lived over in the Catonsville area, which is like a half hour from me. And she reached out to me because we had just completed a eco-friendly, we'll call it, renovation in a neighborhood where we used a lot of green products, right? Formaldehyde free, all kinds of chemical free. We used paper stone for the countertops, the whole 9 yards. The whole place was very environmentally friendly. That was the theme of the entire project. So she wanted that for her kitchen. We spent a month answering all of her I did spend a month answering all of her questions, meeting her at a couple supply places, going back and forth, helping her figure out how to make the perfect environmentally friendly kitchen. And I did this all for free because I thought she was going to hire me. Why wouldn't she? I'm answering all her questions. And I remember this very clear. It was it was February 14th. It was Valentine's Day. She calls me and like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm excited. I actually think she's going to hire me for the job. And she goes, Mike, I just want to thank you so much. You've been so helpful. I know I've had a lot of questions and you've spent a lot of time, and we've decided to hire somebody else. I wanted to strangle Irene right then and there. Could not believe it. And really, the only person I had to blame was myself. I did it to myself because I was willing to give it to all this stuff to her for free, and she took it. So that night, I had another appointment. I was paying like $65 for these leads. They were for kitchen remodel clients. I was competing against 4 other contractors. The homeowner had already gotten 3 other bids. And I sat down and did not give them a bid. And I said to them, folks, every other contractor out here is going to throw a random number, try to win you over, lure you in, dangle some bait, see what price you'll jump at. Said the game doesn't work that way. You want a successful project? You want to make sure it's done on time? You want to make sure you get exactly what you want? We have to do a design first. So that's what I pitched, a $2,500 design package to come up with their kitchen remodel. And I walked out of there that night with a signed contract and $2,500 check. And that turned into our first 6-figure kitchen remodel. And we never looked back. So the first thing to getting paid for an estimate is you stop calling it an estimate. You meet with people to come out and talk to them about their project, and you present them with a plan. You call it whatever you like. You can use AI to help you. I know of over specifically 250 different contractors that are being paid to make a visit to help determine what something should cost. Many homeowners think that that's an estimate. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it could be called a site visit, a measurement fee, a feasibility plan, a design process. You get to name it what you want. But the bottom line is, as a contractor, in the 1970s and before, contractors always got paid for this. It was when the Yellow Pages became popular that the race to the bottom started, where you had a bunch of new guys that were cheap, didn't know what they were doing, and they were trying to compete. So they started offering the free estimate. You don't have to do that anymore. So anyhow, if you have any questions, welcome. Please let me know. All right. So here you are. And again, the first step to Getting paid for an estimate is you don't call it an estimate. George, welcome. Let me know what part of the country you're from. When you're walking a job site, when you're reviewing photos, when you're looking at their plans that they've pulled out of Instagram, maybe, right? They have a Pinterest board. When you start mapping out logistics and you're trying to price a bunch of unknowns, welcome. That's when you're designing. So why are you calling that the estimate and giving it away for free? That's what I would suggest you fix. Dave, welcome. Yeah, if you're new, let me know what part of the country you're from. So if you've ever run 3 or 4 estimates in one day, you know the drill. You might be driving 45 minutes just to meet with them. Then you're there for like 45 minutes. I typically it took me an hour. I know some guys are quicker. Maybe I'm just a little slower, but just to walk the property, walk the house, get some photos, do enough building of rapport, asking some in-depth questions, understanding the real reason why they're doing a kitchen, not just because they want new cabinets, but what are they going to do in that kitchen? Are they going to cook? Is it to show off? Like, what's it for? When you do all that for free, the homeowner doesn't value it. They're willing to take it for free. So that's why you end up getting ghosted and shopped, right? It's not a lead. It's not a sale. It's a free consultation. It's a free business. Welcome. Let me know where you're from if you're new to the channel. When you give away your work for free, the homeowner sees you as just another bidder, another guy desperate to get some work, just another price for them to compare. You're training them to see you as that replaceable commodity. There ain't nothing special about that guy. He just came out for free and dropped off his price. He emailed it to us. So when you stop offering the free estimate and you start offering a professional solution, something that includes a site evaluation, some design, some consulting, maybe you get a very specific scope clarification. Hey, Carlos, welcome. Let me know what part of the country you're from. Maybe you help the homeowner with risk reduction. You help them figure out how they're going to strategize their budget. How do we maximize the value that the homeowner is going to get for the money that they're going to be investing? Right? When you walk them through why they might want, what materials they might want, you do some timeline planning and you help them understand your expertise in doing all the trade coordination. Welcome. Hockey guy, let me know where you're from. Carlos, let me know where you're from. Good to see you. These things, that's where you move outside of the estimate world. Okay. These are pre-construction services. That's design. That's consulting. This is coming up with a strategic remodeling plan. That's what you get paid for because you're a professional. You charge for it. The homeowner wants it. They need it. Oh, nice. Texas. All right, Carlo. Thank you for commenting. Awesome. And let me know what trade you're in. What's your niche, specialty? When you start offering those things, that's where value comes in. The other guy's not offering that. The other guy's offering another worthless free estimate. If you've ever seen a homeowner that has 4 free estimates, you know that they're all junk because everyone's just guessing. If there's no plan, how does anyone actually know that we're making sure that we're giving the homeowner exactly what they want? The homeowners get confused. They don't even remember what they told the one guy versus the other. And then you start saying, well, wait a minute. How come this guy put that in his estimate? Did you tell him you wanted that? And they're like, I don't know. Right? So it becomes worthless. So for us, the first thing that we did so that we could get paid for our estimating process, we stopped calling it an estimate. You can use AI to do this. I can work with you to do this. Okay, thanks, Carlos. Pipeline corrosion. Oh, nice. All right. Well, welcome. Are you looking to get into the remodeling field at some point? All right. Charles, welcome. If you have any questions about how to get paid for an estimate, just pop it in the chat. Uh, Otherwise, I'll just keep talking for a few minutes about how I started charging and getting paid. Um, when I explain to a homeowner what they're going to get and what they're not going to get, right? I explain to them that we're going to come up with a plan that you can work off of. You're going to be able to see your kitchen. We'll have elevations. You're going to know all the selections. You're going to know what type of door, kind of drawers. Are you getting soft close? Right? What are we doing handles? Are we doing knobs? Tell me about your appliances that you want. What's the countertop that we're putting in? What kind of finish are we putting on the edge of that countertop? Are we doing a backsplash? Is it going to be tile? Is it going to be a countertop backsplash? What are we doing? How's the lighting going to work out? Are we redesigning the kitchen? Are we leaving it the layout the way it is? Is it a pull and replace? Right? Are we going to add a pot filler? You want a 6 burner stove? All these details. How are we painting it? What kind of trim package are we putting on? Are we going to make the cabinets look like furniture with like light bar and 2 and 3 row of crown molding up on top, or are we just making it sleek and modern? I explained to the homeowner that that's what the design process does. It gives them a roadmap that they can hand to any installer or contractor and say, here you go. This is what you're doing to my house. And that's what I want priced out. And not only can I give them a specific price, we know exactly what materials, and then we can come up with a firm timeline for exactly how long it's going to take. One that they could plan their vacation around if they wanted to. So that's how we present our design. We call it a feasibility design. For some homeowners, we do a separate feasibility agreement where we just come out and do some light demo so that we can see what's behind certain walls, maybe what's up in the ceiling, what's in a soffit, so the homeowner can get a better understanding for what it's going to cost if they decide they want to make a lot of changes, right? You can charge for that. That's another way you can get paid to estimate. You come in, you cut a few holes in the wall, you put up your camera, a little bore scope camera style, and then you can get photos and you can show them what's behind the wall. That way you don't have the surprises during the remodeling. You charge the homeowner for this up front. So, anyway, let me know if any of you are doing that, if you're looking to do that. But we've done that multiple times. In my area, you have a lot of old homes. And a lot of times the homeowner wants to change things, change the ceilings, the walls, the door openings, right? And we can figure out what's going to be involved. Is there going to be plumbing in the way, electric in the way, right? Sometimes you can figure it out with doing demo. Sometimes you can't. So, and for those of you that want to figure out, you can type into AI, into your chat agent, explain what you do. We are a deck builder, right? And we want to figure out a way to get paid to come meet with the homeowner on site. What is a creative way that we can language that? What can we call it? And then you come up with a term. And when the homeowner calls, you can say, "Hey, we do this. We do a site visit, and you know, a landscape analysis, whatever you want to call it." So, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. So moving forward, you should imagine, what if you could walk into a lot of these homeowner meetings and you're actually now getting paid to show up? And the price can vary. You could start out $35 just for a site visit, measurement fee, whatever, trip charge, whatever you want to call it. You could charge 75, 150, 495, 1,000, 3,000. I mean, it just depends on the scope of the project that you're getting yourself into. That's going to help dictate what you can actually charge and what you're providing. But you let the homeowner know all this up front. Many companies are charging just to have a technician come out on site. They call it a diagnostic fee, a site evaluation, a project determination process. And there's all types of terms that you can come up with. Most homeowners get that to have someone mobilized, meaning you're sending a technician or a person in a vehicle to drive to their house, there should be a fee for that. If they want it all for free, just offer to do it over the phone. Put them on a Zoom call or you FaceTime real quick. Have them send you some pictures if you got that kind of time. CPL Jacob, welcome. Let me know what part of the country you're from. So, Bollywood, welcome. Um, the reason that we like to charge for our estimates is, I will give you an example. We had a lady recently call. She just purchased a new house to her, but it was an old house in a very nice neighborhood in our area. Houses were built in the 1900s. They're $1 million properties. They're old. They have a lot of plaster. And there was a bedroom up on the third floor, and she wanted it painted. But you just can't paint these rooms. You have to do a lot of prep. You have effervescence going on. Yeah, so there's you have to prep the surfaces. The plaster is often separating from the lath, so it's soft. So you have to make some repairs there. And we were just explaining to her, like, hey, it's not as simple as just coming in and painting. You have to do a lot of prep work because most likely that place was painted with oil at sometimes. Now you're trying to put latex over it, right? We're going to have to use some sort of an emulsifier, some sort of a bonding agent, and some sort of a primer. Turns out she wanted to do it all herself. So I was able to eliminate a costly site visit when she was probably going to do it herself anyway. I was able to determine all this over the phone because I said our next step would be for me to come out and do a project determination process, and there was a fee for that. But I can tell you right now, she had 3 other contractors go out there and give her a free estimate, and she didn't hire any of them. But we didn't have to go out. So that's why I recommend you have some sort of a fee, because the homeowners are sneaky, and it's not their fault. They're just, if you're going to go out for free, they're going to have you come out for free. So, all right. What kind of questions do we have? Anybody in particular? Who's here? Coleman, you got any questions? Welcome. Johnny, you have any questions? Welcome. You guys charging for your estimates? You doing them for free? Are you in the remodeling game? Nothing, huh? Quiet tonight? That's all right. Let's see. What else is happening for you guys? All right. Welcome. If you're new, just let me know what your remodeling niche is. So I have a couple. I'm on live on a couple platforms at the same time. So if I'm not talking to you specifically here on TikTok, it's because maybe I'm answering something on YouTube or I'm talking with somebody on Facebook. But yeah, if you have any comments, just pop them into the chat. Welcome. Hey there, corporate affiliate. Welcome. Let me know where where what part of the country you're in. Have you been here before, corporate affiliate? I feel like you have. Joseph, welcome. If you're new, just let me know where you're from, what part of the country you're in. Yep. So we were talking about using AI to help you come up with how you get paid for your estimates, right? And the concept is you don't call them an estimate anymore. You so let me know. Are you guys anybody here? Are you charging for estimates? Are you doing them for free? How are you working? Jay Allen, what's going on? What do we have? What day is it? It's Thursday, right? Or well, for me it's Thursday. For you, it's still Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, very good. You guys been busy this week? That's good. They resulting in hopefully they're resulting in projects, booked appointments for you, and not just what do they call them, looky loos. Good. You got any interesting projects you're working on right now, Jayon? Okay, I hear that. Just the standard stuff. Nothing too interesting. Everything, by the way, I'm sure it did. Did you get everything straightened out with that gentleman where you came in and resolved their permit issue? The person that had no permit? Okay, fair enough. Really? Isn't that interesting? How about that? Okay. I guess there's a lot of areas in the country where the city's just not that efficient. Yeah, 10 years later, you're not kidding. That to me seems a little ridiculous. I would think they would want that meter there within, like, I don't know, 2, 3 days max, right? I don't know. I mean, how hard can that be? Are they just unorganized? Do they just not care? Yeah, communication is key. I guess they're bad at communicating. Tile and Grain, are you staying or are you jumping in, jumping out? I need to catch up with you too. Yeah, I guess they don't communicate well between the municipality and the permit office. Okay. There you are. Tile and Grain, I believe you commented on a video and I think I've tried to message you. I might be waiting on your email address to get you the objection sheet. Do you ever check your do you have a private account? Do you check your messages? Take a look one day in I'm pretty sure I don't have your email. I might be getting you confused. No, I think I'm getting you confused, Tom Grain. There's another gentleman that has a similar. Please forgive me. I was getting you confused with somebody who has a very similar handle to yours. Wait a minute. No, yeah, November 26th, you comment. I sent you a message. If you get a chance, if you want that template, Tom Grain, you got send me your email address in the DM it to me. All right, and I can get you that template. I was just checking my messages. It was you. Uh, Jay Allen, I'd like to try to get you into the conversation here so you don't have to type, but it won't let me invite you. I don't know why that is. What else is going on, Jay Allen? Try to. Fair enough. See if you, Jan, I think, see if you can accept that.
You'll connect using audio only. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my man, what's happening?
Okay, I guess audio only. Cool. I like that. I was like, shit, how's my hair look? Am I all right? No, that's pretty cool. Man, here I am on the big TikTok.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, if you're on, I appreciate you being here. I just thought you're on a lot, and I really appreciate you being here commenting. And I know that typing can be arduous and frustrating. So I was like, I bet I could invite you in for a minute, and you could, if you wanted to share something, we could talk for a couple minutes. No pressure at the same time. All right.
Yeah, I just hope y'all. Some of my comments are like hard to understand because I'm so quick. It is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to be part of the group and just let y'all know I'm listening.
Yeah. Awesome. You. Do I hear a pet in the background? What is that?
I don't hear anything back here. Maybe some crickets or some frogs from the pond, something like that.
Oh, nice. All right. So is the weather still nice for you guys? You're still able to sit out back there? Damn.
Yeah, it's just drizzling a little bit, but we got the wood burning stove. It's nice and warm. Damn. Man.
I'm jealous. That's awesome. Yeah.
We're gonna have to get some more firewood soon.
All right. It seems like you have a very peaceful setting there. I wish more people, you know what, when we've done the other videos, that background of your yard looks very nice. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's why I do it out there. But I don't even have anywhere I can sit except for out here. Like this is my place.
Yeah.
I don't even like going inside. I just stay outside all the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so if I get kicked out, it's okay. I'm used to being kicked out.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome. So help me understand what was the interesting job you got into that you're saying it was too much to type? Do you mind sharing that?
Yeah, no. So it's a existing customer I went to like 6 months ago. She wanted her own water softener installed in the well house, and I told her it's not a real water softener. It's just it's going to mask the effects of the hard water, but it's not really going to take the minerals out of the water. And a couple of days went by. She finally said, "Okay, I want you to install it." But I had to call the manufacturer, get all the information for her, let her know that the product she bought online that she had delivered it was an okay product, but it wasn't exactly what she was wanting. So I did all that like 6 months ago, and then she made an appointment for today. Her electric tankless wasn't working. So it operates the 2 bathrooms in the house, and then she has a tank water heater that just does like the laundry in the kitchen.
Interesting.
But we went over there and figured out the tankless's flow sensors clogged up with all this 18 grains of hardness. So I was like, this thing is not even a year old yet. It should be working, but.
So did you have to flush out the entire tankless system?
Well, I would, but nobody put flush valves on there, so we couldn't just connect to it and just flush it. So it's like it wasn't made for servicing. It's a $500 unit. I told her like this unit's only worth $500 brand new. The manufacturer not going to cover anything because your hardness is 18 grains of hardness. So like it's just we can flush it, but after we put flush valves on it, flush it, you're already $800,000 in, whatever it may be. And it's like, and it may not even fix the problem. It could be something else. So I said, you have this other water heater here. Let's tie your other hot water lines into this electric water heater that works. Let's get you hot water for today, and let's look at options for what we're gonna do later. And so that's what we did today. And she has propane gas in the attic, so we can easily put a big tankless water heater that's going to service both bathrooms efficiently.
All right, so help me understand. I feel like this house is a nightmare. You have two water heater systems, right? You're saying there's a tankless that just does the 2 baths. She has a regular standard water heater how's that one heated? What's the fuel source for the regular water heater?
That's just a standard tank electric.
Okay. And so then how do you have a propane tank in the attic? I've never come across that.
Not a propane tank in the attic. There's propane piping in the attic. So like, if we want to put a gas water heater in,
Okay.
it's available. Like we don't have to spend $2,000 running gas pipe from tank up the yard into the attic, all that stuff. So the infrastructure is there to put a good tankless water heater in that can handle a little bit of hard water and handle both bathrooms efficiently, handle the whole house, you know.
Okay. So is that something that the builder did? Is this a newer build house? Is that why they have the propane pipe already in the attic?
So the original house that they started with had gas in the attic for I think the old water heater a long time ago was probably gas. The furnace used to be gas, and then the stove is still gas. But then they did an addition well, not even a year ago. This tankless was installed when they did this new addition for a master bathroom, master bedroom.
Hmm.
And then they decided to run both bathrooms, the existing one and the new one, off this little mini tankless, electric tankless.
Yeah. Why do you think they went with such a cheap system? Do you think they maybe didn't understand what they were buying? Do you think somebody was like, you know what I'm trying to say? Help me what do you think was the process? How they ended up with this
I
mini
think the customer bought the fixtures.
and probably was trying to save money?
Yeah, I think she bought the fixtures and she read the box at the big box store that said it'll run up to 4 bathrooms. So she mentioned that today. I was like, well, 4 bathrooms, if you think about like a commercial building, could be just 4 lavatories. So, 4 sinks. So if you look at it that way, yeah, you could probably run 4 sinks off of this 18 kW tankless water heater, but you're not going to run a full master bath shower, which has like 3 functions. And then the other bathroom is like a jacuzzi tub, like huge, like maybe 50-gallon soaker tub with the shower in it too. But so like, there's no way it's going to do all these.
Yeah.
It's only rated for 3 gallons a minute. But yeah, it was a bunch of technical stuff, and I had to read all the books and no service. Trying to make my way through the attic, figure out how the house was built, and all that good stuff. So it was a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So you basically rerouted the piping, eliminated the small tankless, and now all the fixtures in the house are being fed off of just the standard water heater, and then maybe down the road she'll come back and maybe upgrade the tankless. Is that what you're talking with her about?
I already gave her a ballpark number for the tankless, and she's already trying to tell me next week her schedule. So I think we're okay on that.
Oh, nice. Now, what brand tankless are you? So I have you ever heard of the Takajia? I think it's called Takaji.
Takahashi, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm familiar. I've put one in my own house. I've had a couple installed for me in some projects. So I'm familiar with those and Ream. What do you guys use down there?
Yeah, I've heard of Takahashi. They've been around a long time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's just not common around our area, but as far as a manufacturer, they make recirculating pumps that last a long time. I changed out some recirculating pumps that were really old, and we can go back with those too. The recirculating pumps, they still sell those, manufacture those.
Okay.
I haven't seen the tankless very much, but I prefer Navian because we have a lot of hard water issues. The stainless steel heat exchanger, it's just easy to work on. Plenty of room. It's like a big old Cadillac. Plenty of room inside the motor. Old school Cadillac.
Yeah. Okay.
Renai was really good. They were like one of the first that came out. Renai was.
Yes. Yep.
Renai, if you have soft water, don't have hard water issues, Renai is the way to go. I was installing Renai before I knew about hard water, right? Like 20 years ago. And
okay.
A couple years later, we go back and everything's clogged up with hard water deposits. And that's when I learned I'm not going to put a Renai tankless water heater in without putting the water softener first. I mean, the softener is cheaper than the tankless, so let's treat the water first, and then when you're ready for that tankless, we'll put the good Renai in. But the Navian gives us a little versatility because you can flush it with a more aggressive chemical than the old-fashioned Renai. You can use the chemical to get it real clean and get rid of all that buildup in there.
All right. So, would you recommend to people if they want to go tankless that for the most part they should do it annually, or to have it flushed? Or
Yeah, this customer today at 18 grains of hardness, and she has that cheesy water filtration thing. I told her, if you don't want any problems, let's do it every 6 months.
okay.
So we can push to a year, but a year with 18 grains of hardness probably going to be pushing the limits. It might do good the first year, but like 18 months, it might start giving it issues. So
Yeah. Now, and is she on a well? Is that why she has the 18 grains of hardness, or is it just?
yeah, she's on a well. I'm on a well too. It's like 22 grains of hardness for me.
And how are you testing that when you test the grains of hardness? What do you use? How do you do that?
We have a little kit, like 5 milliliter line. You fill with cold tap water.
Yep.
And you put your little drops of your whatever it's called. I probably should know better. It's like a pool test, like a pH test.
Like, and then you put the iodine in, shake it for a minute, and then you're like, you look. I got you.
Count the drops, however many drops you put in there before it turns blue or purple or whatever. That's how many grains it is.
And is that pretty much? Do you do that standard for this kind of a situation? Like you want to know what you're getting yourself into?
I mean, with any house you're dealing with faulty equipment, you want to find out what's causing it. You want to show them, I mean, you already know, but
Yeah.
that you know how to do the test, and you do it in front of them so they can see what you're seeing, even though you already know, but you got to prove it to them. Like
Yeah.
if you get 7 grains of hardness, it's probably not due to hard water unless it's like 10 years worth of damage, but
Yeah. Now, will you ever test like a bottle of water to show them the difference? Like pull out like an EV, like your own water bottle and say, now look, this is what filtered water. And then do you ever do that or no? Do you just show them what theirs is?
no, I just tell them if it's soft, it'll immediately change colors after the first drop.
Okay.
Yeah, I said if this is soft water, we're about to change colors right now, but it never happens, and then we just keep going. Just keep counting the drops.
Yeah. All right. Very cool.
Good times though. Yeah, it took me a while. I was there for 4 hours. I think it was 4 hours just talking and figuring out what she wanted. She wasn't really like going one way or the other, and I was like, well, tankless, gas tankless would be great. Big enough for the whole house. But I wasn't pushing that because I thought there might be a cheaper way. So I thought about putting a tank water heater in, electric tank water heater in, but there wasn't enough room in the attic where the other one was. So I gave her the option of putting it in the closet, like below where the attic access was. So she'd lose square footage in her master closet, which was huge. And she's like, I really don't want to lose that square footage in here. I was like, well, okay, I guess the tankless is where we're going to go with it because I came up with a cheaper option and it didn't seem like her way. So,
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. I've often understood it that if you have electric heat, I'm sorry, if your fuel source is electric for the water heater, that going tankless often doesn't make sense because it just ends up costing too much to make the water hot. Is that not true? Is there variables to that? What has your experience shown?
oh yeah, I mean, I don't like electric tankless at all.
Yeah.
They always seem to fail. They're throwaway junk units. You can't. I mean, you could work on them a little bit, but they don't come with flush kits. They're mainly for point of use, basically.
Yeah, like if somebody wants like a little one under their kitchen sink to get instant hot water, right? Something like that.
Yeah, but as soon as you put the high minerals in it, it's trash. 6 months. This one failed within 6 months. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So did you also help me understand? I might have missed it. You did put in a filter system for her or?
Yeah, customer supplied. She had bought it, and she's like, "This is the one I want to put in." When I first met her, it was crazy. She's like, "This is what I want. And I want it now." And I was like, "Okay, well, just trying to let you know that this ain't really gonna fix any of your hard water issues. It's just what they tell you." So we put it in. Yeah, it's like a salt-free system, basically.
Yeah. So you don't have a lot of faith in the one that she purchased, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, and I let her know that before I installed it, before I quoted it. And I got with the manufacturer to let her know, and it's all on the estimate, the invoice, all the information I got from the manufacturer that wasn't in the installation instructions. It's all on there so she could see it. And then we went over that again today. So I know, but I'd already bought it, so we're gonna put it in. I know we put it in.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's complicated. And then the wiring for the electric tankless, it was called for 4 8 wires. There was 3 8 wires and 1 12. So like one of the wires was way undersized. I'm like, we can't just put another one in here. This wire needs to be changed. I don't know why they did that. Crazy.
Now, is that kind of work in your area when they had the addition and all this other work? Is that supposed to be permitted and inspected? Do you think that or not? How's it working?
No, this is out in the country. Yeah.
So okay. So people probably were just doing it cheap or guessing, and they didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I told her, like, this is less than a year old. You got some warranty issues here. There's no pan under the heater. There's no shutoff valve for the heater. The wiring's not 100%. Like, you got some warranty issues here. Is this something you want me to fix, or would you like to go back to the remodel contractor, the builder? I'm thinking of the contractor, but. And she goes like, no, they probably got deported already. I was like, okay, well, let's see what we can do for you, I guess. I don't know. That's what she said.
Yeah. No.
All these different things we have to go through just so I can find the right solution. I've worked from, is it a warranty issue that somebody else needs to fix? Because I don't want the customer to have to pay twice.
Yeah.
Like that's the way it always goes, though. The customer always pays twice.
Yeah. It's funny. A lot of homeowners, I understand their dilemma. They feel they're afraid to be taken advantage of. They want to feel like they're empowered, and Home Depots and Lowe's is like, you can you can do it yourself. Yeah, and yet you can if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're just creating a bigger mess. It sounds like in this person's world, they might have been better off just saying, "Hey, I need a filtration system. What would you recommend?" And they probably would have gotten better results that way. But I hear you. You have to sometimes work with what they got.
Yeah, I mean, people have trust issues, right? So
yeah,
that was my first time meeting her. It was like 6 months ago when we did that, and now she knows I know what I'm doing, and we don't have that problem anymore. She's just probably beating herself up right now.
Yeah.
She can't sleep.
Yep.
Bless her heart.
Yeah. All right. Well, very cool. Sounds. Yeah, it gets a simple thing becomes not so simple at the end of the day.
That's terrible. It does happen like that sometimes, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But tomorrow we got a water heater replacement. It's the standard swap out. We changed the last one 11 months ago, and now the other one's leaking. Of course, they didn't want to do both of them at the same time, so here we are. Have to do the other one tomorrow. So.
All right. And what size water heater are you taking and replacing?
That one's a 40-gallon short natural gas.
Okay.
Yeah, I already did the other one, so everything's in my call history. We already replaced one. The shutoff valve's new, so all we gotta do is tank and a couple supply lines.
Very good. And what's causing these to fail so fast? Or are they just, are they old and it's their time?
Yeah, they were old. It was 14 years old when I looked at it, so this one's almost 15 years old now.
All right. And is your experience recently so I have some water heaters that are 20 years old, but I feel like anything that I buy today, I would not be getting 20 years out of. What are you finding?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we used to find like 30-year-old tank water heaters, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything like 10 to 12 years is about where they're ending up at.
And what do you think that the difference is? Are they just making the container thinner so it rusts out sooner?
Yeah, I think the coating they're putting on the steel tank is probably mediocre to what they used to do.
Okay.
Or the welding's mediocre. They have to weld it at some point because it's a circle.
Yeah. Yeah,
I got of manufacturing, I guess.
Yeah, and in an effort to bring their costs down, you end up it just the homeowner's like, it's just not going to last that long anymore. I got you.
Well, I think most manufacturers know if you make something that's going to fail, you're going to sell more product eventually.
Yeah, planned obsolescence, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, they're learning that pretty well.
We don't want to make it too good anymore.
Yeah, even like a computer, you spend $2,000 on a computer in a year, it's obsolete. Like you got to buy a new one because the technology's, oh, we got this better technology now.
Yeah. Now, for this homeowner tomorrow, I don't know if you've seen this. There was a guy on social media. He went and bought the same manufacturer's water heater from his supply house that was supposed to be a nicer version because it's for professionals. And then he went to like a big box store and bought the same manufacturer's version, and he cut them apart and was showing the differences. When when a homeowner's calling you asking you to replace something, how often are you able to say, let me supply the water heater because I can get you a better one? What is your process? What are you finding happens out in the real world these days when it comes to water heater replacement?
Yeah, once they already bought it, they pretty much feel like they're locked into it.
Are you finding a lot of the homeowners are buying it themselves thinking they'll save money?
Not really. There's only a few in my 20 years that actually decided to buy it themselves.
Okay.
But they wanted it like a specific unit, the heat pump condensing electric water heater that's like super expensive. I had a couple of those the customer bought. He's like, I did the research and I just want a quote to install these. Yeah, so that one, that was a weird guy. He went out and researched it and then he bought them. Spent bukus of money on those, but yeah, normally it's every now and then there's a customer that buys her own water heater from Home Depot, Lowe's, and then when I get there, I try to tell them, you can send this back, and then they're like, I've had it in my garage for 8 months now.
Okay.
Like, okay, I guess we cannot send it back. So
yeah,
what I can do is upgrade the boiler drain. At least get something where you can maintain the unit every year, whatever. Something plastic boiler drain. I've seen the boiler drains from Home Depot just blow out in the attic and flood the whole house. So that's from that. That's happened before. We can just change it out now. Price of parts, a little bit of labor. We can get that new drain on for you, and we'll be able to maintain the unit every year for you if you wish.
All right.
Definitely going to get rid of it because this shit does not work.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, what brand water heater or do you like? What do you guys use down your way? From
locally here, it's Bradford White.
the Bradford Whites. Yeah.
I have to use Ream Professional Series.
Ream.
Yeah. So either one of those, I'm cool with. A.O. Smith is good too.
That's
good manufacturer.
Yep. You guys have A.O. All right. And what's the most common size? Is it still 40 and 60 gallons? Are those the two you come across the most, or what is?
40s and 50s.
40s and 50s. Okay.
Pretty much it.
Interesting. Yeah. And many people have twins. It sounds like a lot of people have dual water heaters in your area.
Yeah, like three to four bathrooms. You're gonna have dual water heaters.
Okay.
I got 2 bathrooms and I got dual water heaters. Well, I had, and I would switch to tankless.
Now, did you do that just because you're a plumber and you can do it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And now,
one water heater will probably do the whole house, but we don't want to run out of hot water and get in trouble.
Yeah. No, there's nothing worse, especially if somebody likes to take a bath, right? The minute you throw a bath into the equation, then everybody else is kind of going to be messed up.
Yeah, or trying to do laundry at the same time. Yeah, you take all your hot water.
Yeah. Makes sense. And what do you guys have for your property? Are you on electric? Do you have propane, natural gas? What's down there for you?
Well, we started off all electric, and I'm converting over to propane. First one was the tankless water heater.
Okay. And what made you switch to propane?
I got a free tankless, baby. Woo, free tankless. It was a good tankless. I worked on a customer's. Somebody else installed it. There was a lot of installation errors. We did some repairs. Finally, the chipboard went bad, so we replaced that under warranty, under the manufacturer warranty for the parts, but we didn't install it, so she had to pay us labor. She didn't want the other plumber back. We told her how much it would be to make it look like we installed it, like the manufacturer recommended. And we finally got it working again, and she's like, you know what? How much is it to put yours in? You warranty it, the better unit, and she said do it. So we did it. This one I'd already repaired did the chipboard like the manufacturer recommended. It's working great for like 2 months. She called and said how much to put a new one, so we went and put a new one. And so I'm like, this one's working. I done fixed everything on it.
Yeah.
So so I put it in here. It's been working great for what, like 2 years already.
All right. And would you have an above ground tank, propane tank now outside on the premises in the yard, or how did you do? What did you end up doing?
I got like a 120-pound tank, like a 15-gallon tank. That'll last like 4 to 6 months, depending on how much hot water we use.
Okay.
Just load it up in the truck, go refill it, and then bring it back home.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, for now, I want to get the propane tank, but gotta wait for that.
So yeah, because do you have to? How did you find that tank? So the reason I'm asking, my girlfriend and I, we recently have a newer house, and we don't have natural gas there, which is pretty common in my area. Most people have natural gas, but because I guess we're down by the water, they didn't run the gas pipe. So right now we have oil for the heat of the house is heated with oil, but then everything else is electric, right? And we've been looking at toying with maybe getting propane. So I was curious about that. Did you buy the tank yourself, or did you find one and just bring it home? And
yeah, we had a propane tank for like our crawfish boiler.
Okay.
You know, we did like a lot of stuff outside. We had all kinds of pits and smokers and boilers, and we were always starting fires for some reason. But yeah, it's I guess like a, I don't know if it's, I don't remember the exact quantity, but it's about 4 feet tall.
Yep.
5 feet. It's about 10 inches round. Costs about $100 to fill it up.
Okay.
So it's a little heavy loading it in the truck when it's full, but unloading it and moving around is not too bad. But for what you're doing, you're going to need a full-size tank. You're going to heat the house and everything else.
Yeah, we would have to have somebody. Yeah, we would either remove the oil tank and then replace it with a propane tank, or I don't add the propane tank alongside next to the oil tank for a while. I don't know. It's interesting.
How much is the oil per gallon? I've never ever even bought anything like that.
It's fluctuating, but it's in the $3, $4 range, I guess. I don't know. We're getting ready to have to purchase some soon, so I'll let you know when that process goes through.
I mean, you think I don't know anything about it, but it sounds to me like the oil is probably going to burn. It's not going to burn cleaner than the oil, but it's probably going to burn hotter than the oil. I mean, the oil is going to burn hotter than the propane.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the oil heat is better. The only downside is they don't make, like, as far as I know, like once you switch over to your stove and your water heater, you can't run those off of oil.
Right.
And that's the part that where it would be nice if you could, right? If we could use oil for a few more things, it would be awesome.
Right.
So it's, and where the reason all this is starting to come about is we probably are going to need a new heating and AC system, because the one we have is probably 20 some years old. So it still runs fine, but I would like to say that I think we're on borrowed time with the unit as it is.
Oh goodness, and that's the one that runs off the oil.
Yes. So we had one company come out and they wanted us to switch over to electric and go heat pump. But I feel like, so in my area, my understanding with heat pumps has always been once you get below freezing, they don't work real well and it becomes more expensive. And
so what you do whenever it gets to that temperature, ours is like in the 40s.
Yeah.
Turn the heat pump off and just go straight electric heat. Like they call it emergency heat, but it's just the heater strip going. And then it will get more expensive at that point because you're just burning the heater coil.
Yeah. So
it's not bad. I mean, it's better than having 1,000 gallons of oil downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know how many gallons of oil you buy at a time, or how much space that tank holds. But
yeah, I'm not sure if it's a 250 or 500 gallon tank. I'll have to. I'll get back to you on all that. I don't know at the moment. We haven't had it.
I have no idea about any of that, so I'm just guessing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more like 250 gallon tank. But whatever, we'll see. But it's just at the end of the day, we might just end up keeping it because everything just starts to compound and get more complicated. But I don't know. We're looking at options. I
Yeah, it does.
If we had natural gas, it would make things simple. We would just switch everything over to natural gas.
Yeah, we'll always be looking for that because that's the way to go.
Yeah. But unfortunately, I don't know why the community we're in, they just won't run it down there. I don't know.
Yeah, you've been looking into that too as well. I know a lot of customers that keep trying to get natural gas brought to their property and keep trying, keep trying.
Yeah,
So
I think part of the issue is to get to we're on like a point, and it's like you have to go about a mile to get to the community, and I guess the gas company's probably like, you guys ain't worth it. It's too much pipe to run just to get to you for the 700. Maybe, I don't know. There's a couple hundred homes where we are, but does that make? I'm pretty sure that's the issue.
yeah, like I said, a lot of customers I hear throughout the throughout the time they say that they've been trying and trying, and then they finally got enough people in the community to sign up for it, and then they're going to bring it now, and then we start upgrading to natural gas.
Yeah. All right.
Sometimes it's community effort,
Yeah.
Community.
I'll have to upgrades. We have a local like community chat board or something. I'll have to ask around and see if that's ever come up. All right.
Yeah, it might take a couple years, but if y'all keep banding together, it might work.
Yeah. 100%. So, all right. Well, listen, Jan, I appreciate you jumping on. I think it was good. It was good talking with you and hearing what's going on down there. And thank you.
I can go back to texting if you want. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think, I think I might be saying I might shut it down and get some sleep. And then hopefully you got that email I sent you. If you want to be on the Rebel call, we'll do that tomorrow or later today, actually. So, all right.
Yeah, I start my water heater at 1:00, and we're gonna try to knock it out within an hour and come back to the house.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to have you there if it works out. Okay.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on. This was good. It was good talking with you.
No, it's been fun.
All right.
All right, later, brother.
Take care.